Hello, my name is Scott for SB Gaming and welcome back to Flight Simulator Friday. Today we are going to do the Rome to Naples airline run. We are going to fly an Airbus A321 down the west coast of Italy from Rome to Naples. Estimated time to complete is 30 minutes, and the reason I'm doing this one is it's a little bit longer estimated time than the ones we've done previously. And I did try to record this one here, executive tour, fly the Secretary of Defense around Edwards Air Base, which is the same amount of time to complete, but it was really annoying. The plane wouldn't start, and when it did, I lost control of it, and then I had some issues where I got up in the air and then I failed the mission. Don't know what was happening there. Anyway, we're going to do the Rome to Naples airline run, and so let's hop over to the briefing. Estimated time to complete is 30 minutes. We are flying an Airbus A321. Our objectives is to land at Capodichino International Airport. As an A321 captain, you spend your days and occasional nights in command of one of the world's most sophisticated airliners. This afternoon's flight is a short 113-mile hop down the west coast of Italy from Rome's Fiumicino Airport, LIRF, to Capodichino International Airport, LIRN, in Naples. It's an easy trip over some beautiful terrain. The mission begins with your A321 ready to go, holding short of the runway. Note, during this flight, your co-pilot will handle radio communications, but you'll handle all aircraft systems. And before flying this mission, yep, I think I've already done that. If we go back here, transitioning jets, yes we have. So, let's jump back to Rome's to Naples airline run. Alright, and yep, flying jets. So this is... Alright, so we have Rome to, was it Naples down here? Right there. Alright, so yeah, we'll be probably starting here, following the arrows most likely, the various navigation points. Down here, down to here. Alright, let's fly.
I'll handle all radio communication on this flight. Hold short of the runway and I'll get our takeoff clearance. Fiume Tower, orbit 221, ready to go, holding short 16 right.
Okay.
Orbit 221, cleared for takeoff. Maintain runway heading, climb and maintain 4,000.
Approaching 16
Cleared for takeoff,
right.
orbit 221. Okay, we're cleared for takeoff. Turn on the landing lights and then turn left onto the runway and let's head to Naples. After takeoff, maintain runway heading, climb to maintain 4,000.
Alright, hang on just one moment. Alright. Control L. Take a look at our plane. So we are flying Orbit Airlines. Now, we need to go in that direction, so... Alright, let's just get a feel for the... Alright, so... What we can do is we can bring these onto our screen, so we don't actually need to look down. We can, of course, look at our various scenery. Unfortunately, if we pop out to the... Yeah, outside the thing, we lose access to those, so I'm gonna pop them back on. This is going to be useful because we are going to have some VORs to deal with. But first we have the altitude here. We have, this is knots here. This is our knots right now. This is our, yeah, the angle and that. This is our heading. We have our altitude here. And if I'm not mistaken, autopilot is, I think, this. Yeah, about that. And we have the same things over here for the other pilot, the co-pilot. Anything we want to take a look at, we got the flaps here, so we can full flaps. And this is our throttle. And please tell me we're not moving. Okay. And we can okay, about that. We can control these individually, I guess. So anything else we need to pay attention to? This is our flaps. Nope. Okay. And this is fused pounds, oil. Okay. Nothing there we have to really worry about. And this is our level, this thing here. Yeah, altitude and knots. And this is, I guess, our compass direction, heading and all that. Alright, I think I should be good. We are going to release the brakes. Although with that said, whoa.
On runway 16, right, flaps.
let's try to get back into the center runway. Although, yeah, we might as well accelerate. Alright, full thruster.
V1. Rotate. V2.
Might as well put flaps on. And there we go. We are up in the
Positive
air.
rate, gear up. Set flaps 0.
And flaps should be...
Orbit 221.
Yep.
Contact Rome departure on 129.0. Have a nice flight.
Reduce thrust to stay below 340 knots.
Okay.
Orbit 221, switching to departure, thanks. Rome departure, orbit 221 with you, climbing to 4,000.
Orbit 221, Rome departure. Radar contact, time and maintain 6,000. Proceed direct, Pratica di Mare.
Up to 6,000, direct Pratica di Mare, orbit 221. All right, Captain, climb to 6,000 and fly direct to the Pratica di Mare NDP. Let's run through the after takeoff checklist. Landing gear, up. Flaps, set to 0. After takeoff checklist complete.
Alright, so we're at 4,800 feet. We're going to want to level off. And... Alright, I just want to remove that for now. Alright, so what are we at right now? 5,700 feet. And we're actually going to want to come back around.
Have a look out to the left. There's Rome.
Orbit 221, contact Rome Center on 124.8.
Oh.
Orbit 221, switching to Rome Center, thanks. Rome Center, orbit 221 with you, climbing to 6,000.
Orbit 221, climb and maintain 1,000.
Up to 1,000, orbit 221. Okay, we're clear to climb to 11,000 feet.
Okay. we're going to want to climb. We're at 6,600 right now. We're going to want to follow that purple line on the...
We're crossing over the Pratica de Mare NDB. Turn to a heading of 092 degrees and fly to the Frosinone VOR.
Alright. We're at 7,900 feet. And we are going to want to level out. And
1,000 to go. Turn the landing lights and the seatbelt sign off. Level off at 11,000 feet and set cruise thrust. Don't exceed 340 knots.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign, indicating that it is safe to move about the cabin. For your own safety, though, we request that you keep your seatbelt fastened when you're in your seat during this short flight. We'll start our in-flight beverage service shortly.
We're above our assigned altitude. Descend to 11,000 feet.
alright, no problem. And we are... Okay, let's pull back on the throttle. A bit more. And there is a lot of lag with this plane, just because...
Landmark 63, contact Rome Center on
It does take a little bit. You can't make quick adjustments.
Landmark 63, switching. Thanks.
Alright, so let's try to level off at around 11,000. Pull back the throttle a bit more. Whoa, whoa. Alright, 11,500. We want to just descend a bit and try to get around 320 knots. Give it a little bit more throttle. There we go. Oh no. Alright. And I'm going to want to readjust course. And there we go. And we are going to want to descend.
We're above our assigned altitude.
Yep.
Descend to 11,000 feet.
Let's pull back on the throttle. Alright. There we go. Try to maintain at 11,001. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And now let's give it more throttle. Back. Push forward on the stick. All right. Let's take a look outside the yeah. Alright, let's hop back in. And so we're maintaining 11,000. Let's just pull back just a bit just to maintain 11,100 and give it a little bit more throttle. Whoa, whoa, too much. Back on the throttle just a bit, just so it creeps up to the 320. And now, yeah, I'm gonna grab this. And we're kind of off course just a bit, so I'm going to... Alright, and we're at 11,300, so we want to bring it down and pull back on the throttle. Oh. Let's bring it back up just a bit. And pull back on the throttle a bit more. Oh, no, no, no.
Rome Center, World Travel 116 with you. Climbing to 3,000 to maintain 6,000.
Here's the thing. If
We'll travel 116, Rome Centre. Good afternoon. Climb and maintain 1,000.
Up to 1,000 now. World Travel 116.
no, let's. Yeah, we want to maintain what we're doing right now. Let's accelerate a little bit more. I've tried flying this mission before and it ended up failure. You pretty much cannot make quick changes. Alright, let's pull back on the throttle a bit more. Alright. Let's pull back on the stick. Try to stop our descent.
We're crossing over the Frosinone VOR. Turn to a heading of 123 degrees and fly to the Teano VOR.
Okay. Let's get... Nope, we don't want to be climbing. Somehow...
We're above our assigned altitude. Descend to 11,000 feet.
Yes, I'm aware of that. It's not me. Is the... Whoa. Let's pull back. There we go. We're good. Give it a little bit more thrust. Keep it above 300.
Center, Blue Yonder 562 request.
Blue Yonder 562, go ahead.
Any chance we can get a shortcut to Reggio Calabria?
Blue Yonder 562, stand by.
Give a little bit more thrust.
Blue Yonder 562, proceed direct to Reggio Calabria.
Direct to Reggio, thanks. Blue Yonder 562.
Let's drop it down. Okay, pull back up. Right about. I wish I could put autopilot on for 11,000. Maintain 320 knots, but let's pull back on the throttle. Slow it. Acceleration.
Emerald Air 329, descend and maintain 10,000.
Descending to 10,000. Emerald Air 329.
Emerald Air 329, contact Naples approach now on 124.35.
124.35 for Emerald Air 329. We'll see you.
Alright, so we're doing pretty good. We're just around 300 knots. I'm just going to pull back just a bit. There we go. Just give it a little bit more juice. And let's hop out. It would be nice if there were more details on the heads-up display, like for instance right up here. I would like to see our current speed, I would like to see our current altitude. I don't know if that is necessarily possible. There's probably a mod or 3 that improves the heads-up display. I actually wouldn't mind if this was maybe half the size. If it was actually this size, rather than expanding it to what it currently is, because this is actually wider than it is taller. This is like square. Alright, so right now we are creeping up to 320 knots. That's fine. And I'd just like to keep it on autopilot right now. Just maintain our existing heading, maintain our existing... Although right now we're kind of off course just a bit, so I'm just going to readjust ourselves. And then come on back. We're actually gaining altitude slightly, and let's tilt that down just a bit. Okay, nope, not that much. Slow movements, that's all you want. And actually right now I can just remove that, because right now we can see this right at the bottom screen, that's fine. And we can see enough out of here.
We're approaching the Teano VOR. Crossing the VOR, turn to a heading of 106 degrees and fly to a Gotti intersection.
106 degrees, alright.
Orbit 221, contact Naples approach on 124.35.
Orbit 221, switching to approach, thanks. Naples approach, Orbit 221 with you.
Orbit 221 Naples approach. Expect radar vectors for the visual approach, runway 24. Naples altimeter,
there we go.
2992.
Looks like we're going to get the visual approach. That'll make things easy for us.
Okay. Let's take a look around. And I have a feeling that is the airport right there off in the distance. Alright, let's hop back in, and yep, we're kind of off center. And right there. Too much. Try to bring it back, and right there. And bring it back. We're maintaining 10,600 and just a little bit over 300 knots. The level of detail for the the terrain and the ground is actually pretty decent. I wouldn't expect highly detailed graphics, because after all, we are talking about really distant detail that you're not really going to see, especially if you're up this high. So we are continuing on this course. Just gonna adjust. And back over. Alright, the rudder pedals. They don't really do much.
Approach, landmark 618 has a runway in sight.
Landmark 618 cleared for the visual approach, runway 24.
Cleared for the visual approach, landmark 618.
Landmark 618, contact the tower.
Over to tower now, landmark 618.
Okay, I guess that's not the airport. Airport's probably over in that direction. I know we have to make 2 turns. And it's probably over in that direction.
Orbit 221,
Yep.
descend and maintain 7,000.
Down to 7,000, orbit 221. You catch that, Captain? Descend to 7,000 feet.
Okay.
Now that we're descending below 10,000 feet, turn the landing lights and the seatbelt sign on and reduce your speed to 250 knots. Ladies and gentlemen, we're now commencing our descent into Naples. We hope you've enjoyed this short flight. Hope you'll join us again.
How many
Flight
knots?
attendants, please prepare the cabin for landing.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. In preparation for landing, please make sure your seat backs and tray tables are in the upright and fully locked position. We'll be making a final pass through the cabin to pick up any service items, and we'll be on the ground shortly.
Orbit 221, turn right, heading 210. Reduce speed to 180 knots.
Right to 210, slowing to 180, orbit 221. Start a right turn now to a heading of 210 degrees. Reduce thrust to bring our speed back to 180 knots. Set flaps 1.
Flaps 1. Alright, so we are on the decline. 8,100,
Orbit
8,000.
221, turn right, heading 240. Descend and maintain 3,000. Report the runway in sight.
Right to 240, down to 3,000, orbit 221. We're almost there, Captain. Turn right to 240 degrees and descend to 3,000 feet.
Whoa, whoa. Got too much. Okay, right up over there. So, what I would like to do we have our thrust all the way back. Unfortunately, we're too far. Alright, so we're getting to 3,600. $3,400, $3,300.
We have the runway in sight, orbit 221.
Orbit 221 cleared for the visual approach. Runway 24.
Cleared for the visual, orbit 221. That's the airport about 8 miles ahead, just northeast of the city. Continue descending to the runway and maintain 180 knots. The airport is about 300 feet above sea level.
All right.
Orbit 221, contact Naples Tower now on 118.5.
Orbit 221, roger. Naples Tower, orbit 221 on the visual approach for runway 24.
Orbit 221, Naples Tower, wind calm, runway 24, clear to land.
Cleared to land, orbit 221. Okay, we're cleared to land. Lower the landing gear, slowly add full flaps, and reduce your speed to 140 knots for the approach.
Full flaps.
Too fast. Too fast.
Yeah, I know. All right, so we're about 1,000 feet. Knots. We're coming down to 190. Alright, so 294 feet is the... Alright, so we're going to want to, pull back.
Let's run through the before landing checklist. Landing gear, down.
Alright, let's give it some more juice.
Flaps, set to full.
Yep.
Landing checklist complete.
Alright. Let's descend a little bit more. Alright, we are not going to want to... drop below 140. Oh, let's try to maintain our altitude. I feel like I'm off center of the runway. Oh yeah, we're coming in at a bad angle. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. We're at below 140. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Try to accelerate. No, 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 no. No, too much. We're coming in too low. And oh dear. Coming in for landing. Huh. Put brakes on. Jeez.
Orbit 221, welcome to
4,000 feet remaining.
Bravo.
Ground on point niner, orbit 221. Keep taxiing toward the end of the runway. Bravo is the second taxiway from the end.
This one here. Oh. Let's give it a little bit more juice. Too much, too much, too much. And we should be aiming for the line. Did we come on the right taxi? So what's our goal? First of all, I'm going to... Okay. Yeah, I guess we're fine. Alright, so I have not received the complete. I don't see our objective. Hang on just a moment. Alright, so as far as I can tell, our objective is complete, but we have not received the... Were we supposed to go over there? Huh. Anyway. Alright, well, at this point, what I'm going to do is end the episode here. I'm just going to come over here and see if this will get the things complete. Because I don't otherwise see any marker of where we need to go, and I've not received... Yeah, about that. Well, thank you for joining me for this episode of Flight Simulator Friday. Come back next week where we take on another flight, or we might just do a custom flight. Anyway, thank you for watching. My name is Scott for SB Gaming, and as always, have a good day.